Yeah, I appreciate you tuning in, taking the time to watch my video here. My name's Alex Wiggs, and I make a few items for sale. The video No Shock Extreme weapon-mounted zoomable camera system, and the Wiggs No Slip gun sling, and also make a couple 3 items for the FX Impact PCP air rifle. I sold one of these to a gentleman named Andy Malak over in the UK, and he had a solution for the gun sling for his FX Impact that I thought was noteworthy and worth sharing. So if you'd like to watch this video, I think it's a really good idea. So we'll get right to it.
When I first got my FX, I wanted the ability to carry it in a comfortable manner and have full utility in the use of my hands. So I come up with a solution that I was happy with when I served, and I've just transposed that into the FX Impact. Right, so here's my FX. That's one of the ways you can carry the rifle. There's several other ways with a 3-point sling. It is how you normally would carry any rifle, using the usual sling configuration over one shoulder. You notice again that it sits flat against the body, and none of the protruding objects on the right hand side actually press into the body. Another method is slung around and attached close into the body. By using this, you use one part of the sling and then tighten it up. Again, giving you full use of your hands. And then to bring the weapon to bear, if you're out hunting, for example, press on the quick release button, keep hold of the pistol grip, and just pull it away from you. This gives you full utility of the rifle. If you ever have to put it down, just leave it down by your side, and again, you've got full use of your hands. To clip it back up, just bring it back up and clip it in. Right, I accomplished the use of a 3-point sling with the FX by fitting a couple of brackets. The first bracket on the front weaver rail I fitted here. Basically, I bought this off of Amazon or eBay, I can't remember. It was reasonably cheap, and it is just a fixed sling loop. The second thing I did, I procured a butt plate from Alex, who is graciously hosting this video, and I screwed in a small bracket that I procured from a boat supplies company. And the final thing, the sling is a universal 3-point sling. This happens to be based on the one that's issued to the British Army. However, I am sure there's many others from various different outlets that would work. I'm now going to spend a couple minutes just showing you how to fit the sling I chose to fit onto the rifle. Now, this sling here is a copy of the British Army sling. You notice it has a male and a female part, and on the female side you have a small loop, which will become more apparent in a minute. On the male side you have one side that's showing teeth and the other side you can't see. What you need to do is make sure that the teeth are showing uppermost and the loop, then connect the male to the female. If they're not in this position here, it will not work. Next thing you need to do is to grab the female end of the sling, and you're going to thread this from the front into the weapon, into the front sling loop. You're now going to backtrack and pass it back through this loop here and in under the teeth on the male buckle. Once you've done that, you're going to pull it tight and neaten it up at the front of the weapon. There we go. Now taking this same end, we're going to pass it through the rear loop. Grabbing the buckled end of the spare sling, you're going to thread it up and then pass it back down next to the handle. This will enable you to pull on the handle and loosen it off and tighten it as necessary. Just as an added safety precaution, what I usually do, well, the two things you can do, is either tie a knot in the end of the sling in case you get rather zealous when you're loosening it off, and that will stop it. Or what I do is I've put a little hole in this area here, sealed it off, and I just thread a bit of paracord in and then put a loop. And this acts the same. I think it's a bit neater, and it again stops it from sliding off the end of your rifle, just as a safety precaution. There you go. And just to confirm that it's working, release the front, release the quick release buckle, and you should have free movement. There you go then.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I think that's a really good idea, and I want to thank Andy and Malek for taking the time to make that video. That's a nice video too. It's nice quality and presentation. If you're interested in any of these little devices on the back of your for your FX or anything, that I make them out of wood here, all kinds of different colors, things like that. Just give me a call at 573-528-2273, or email me at wigsan@embarkmail.com. It's wigsan@embarkmail.com, and we'll get you set up. Again, Danny, thanks for the video, and thanks everyone for watching this.